is Shoei better than Arai, or is Arai better than Shoei? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to be doing today. We're unboxing my newest helmet. So I got in touch with, of course, my favorite store, Motoman. Saw that they have the helmet that I was looking for, set my payment online, and here it is now. So let's do a quick unboxing. So obviously, I think it's already obvious what brand it is. This is the Arai helmet. Now, you know I already have a Shoei helmet, but what I wanted to always compare, or what I always wanted to see is Shoei better than Arai, or is Arai better than Shoei? Because so these are two of the top Japanese brands of helmets. So I think it's just natural to see and compare these two. So the Arai that I got, let's just go ahead and open it up so you guys can see before we discuss more about it. So this is just a quick unboxing. So what's inside the box? Bubble wrap. Stickers and the manuals. You have pin lock inserts, so which means this particular model does already come with pin lock. So this was going to already save you at least 20 to 30 US dollars if you're going to buy it separately. So roughly around 1.5 to 1.8 is what you're going. I think here it's even more expensive, mga 1.8 to 2,000 just for the anti-fog inserts, which is by pin lock. And of course, the helmet itself. So it comes with a nice dust bag. And then let's open it up. There it is. The Arai Rapide Neo in number blue. This is what they call this colorway. So you guys want to see. Now, one of the reasons I decided to get this very colorful one is, if you've seen my other vlog regarding my Fox helmet, I've actually decided and have let that go already. So now I want to replace it with something as colorful. So I got the Rapide Neo in number blue. Number is, I think they call this the number. The colorway is called number, and then it comes in blue because there's a lot of different color patterns for this type of design. So I got an XL. This is basically I think this is a UK version. That is why it comes with pin lock. If you're getting from other countries like Japan, they don't come with pin lock, so you have to buy that separately. So a quick look lang on the Arai. If you notice up front, this is very typical of an Arai helmet. It's more of a rounded profile as compared to the other more sleek designs of the Shoei or even the other brand. This is more rounded, and the reason this is according to Arai, this shape is going to be the safest. Arai is always going to put safety as the top priority. That is one of the reasons Arai will never and have never made a helmet with a visor, the sliding visor, because according to them, adding that visor will compromise safety. So far, I don't have any helmets with that, but I know Shoei does come with some of their models with that visor. This is also the reason why Arai never came up with a modular helmet, because they find that it's not as safe. And like I said, Arai is going to be always safety first. Now, I went with an XL compared to my Shoei, which is a double XL, for reasons that when I had the Shoei, I find that the Shoei was perfect here on my cheek for the 2XL, but on the top was a little too big for a 2XL. That's why I had to buy a new top liner na XL, and now that helmet fits perfectly. So it's XL here, but if you notice my big cheeks, I need double XL here. Now the beauty about Arai, with majority of its helmet, from I think the Rapide, which is by the way, Rapide Neo is also known as Concept X in the other countries, is they do have a nice adjustable cheek pads and top foam. If the foam padding to your cheek is too tight, you can actually peel it off. There's an extra foam layer that is designed to be teared off. So which means if you can tear that off, the sizing will make it more wider. So if I get a 2XL and it's too loose, there's nothing I can do. But if I get an XL and it's a little tight, I can always just peel that away, and I will get now the fit of a 2XL here without affecting the size here. And another beauty about the top foam of the Arai, you can also peel that. You can adjust it. If there's hot spot here on the side, you can peel on the side. If there's hot spot on the top, you can actually peel off here. If your head is too in, you can actually adjust the foam so that it will bring the helmet a little bit higher. So it's actually a very nice contour fit that you can do. The adjustability that you have with the Arai is just really good. Now, if you notice also with Arai, the number of vents here, this one has a vent, of course, the vent here. It may not look like you can actually close this, but there is actually a switch here at the back inside that you can actually use to lock it. And then, of course, you have your which is very unique to Arai, is here, the eyebrow vents. And this is going to circulate air on the top of the head. And then you have two passive vents at the back. The passive vents will pull out all the hot air, and under the neck, if you notice here, there's also vents here. This is particular helmet is ECE rated. I'm not sure this is SNEL rated, which means it's not really designed for track or racing use. As far as weight, this is an XL, and according here, the weight is 1,560 grams. So this puts it lighter than the Shoei, but not as light as my Bell Eliminator. So let's see and try this out. And if you notice here, if you look at the padding here, it looks really narrow. And this is one of the things that Motoman was telling me. The design of Arai, it tends to be more narrow here, and this is to make sure that your head is the helmet sits more snug, which leads to more safety, and at the same time, it makes it more quiet. The chin curtain here is not removable. The Shoei model that I have is removable. It also, the nice part about this, it has an emergency pull tab, which means you can actually pull the emergency tab. If you are in an emergency, the paramedics can just pull this to get the cheek pads out, making the removal of the helmet not just faster, but also safer. So let's fit this here. Helmet also comes with double D-ring, my preferred type of locking mechanism. Oh, that actually fits.
Looking good.
But I can feel my cheeks being compressed a bit. But even though I said I can peel away the cheek pads, I won't do that until I break this in. So if I break it in and it still feels very tight, that's the only time I'm going to peel off that. But for now, I'm going to leave it because it is tight, but not painful. So you'll never know. Maybe I don't need to peel that away. Maybe this is actually the perfect size. Now, the beauty about Arai, I think it fits my head, which is more of the rounded, more perfectly than other brands. I've tried other brands. They tend to, it's like HJC, tends to be more intermediate oval or more oval. So ang nangyayari sa akin with that type of helmet is it's really painful here if it fits me perfectly here. So I really have to go to XL so that I have to make it more comfortable. So let me just remove this. If you look at also the difference between the Shoei that I have and this Arai, yes, this one requires some kind of a tool to remove the visor. The Shoei, you just need to lift it up, unhinge the latch, and then you can take it off. So this one, you need um, a, a flathead screwdriver because these are two plastic screws. If you can see, these are two plastic screws. But let's see, I have a coin here. See? Yes, it fit. Oh, it fits. Well, I guess I don't need a screwdriver. I just need the coin. Okay, so I'll remove that. But just looking at the screw, which is made of plastic, I'm already worried that this is going to break sooner than later. So it just doesn't. I know this is an Arai, but plastic, plastic is not something I would have preferred here. Sana na they went with a metal screw. Kasi pati yung thread is plastic. So you don't want to be over tightening that because there's that could easily ruin the thread. Or maybe there's an aftermarket that sells this. So let's remove that. Let me just put this aside first. Okay, since we're already removing this, might as well go and install the pin lock. Okay, so let me just clean this. Let's go ahead and peel this off already. Okay. Open our pin lock. As you can tell, if you have a pin lock, this is the silicone. There's a silicone around here. So this silicone part is what goes on the inside of the visor. So just a quick clean to make sure. I'm going to peel off this area lang quick, just the edge. So I'm peeling off this area so I can insert this properly on the edge of the visor. Now, with the visor, do not be afraid of actually straightening them up. They are made with very, very strong plastic, and I don't think you can actually break them by just flexing them. So now that they are aligned, let me just fix the alignment here. So once they are aligned, you want to make sure. Okay, since they are already aligned, let me remove this. There is still some gap here, so which means I need to just adjust this a little bit more. There you go, sitting more flush. Remember, the silicone part here, the silicone part has to be seated perfectly on the visor, because the way the pin lock works, or the anti-fog insert works, is it traps air between the pin lock and the shield. So by locking air, it prevents any fogging. So let's see. Let's remove that. Let me just double check. Yep, that looks flushed. That looks flushed. There you go. So now we've installed the pin lock. So now it's time to install this shield back. So we just align the two screws. Put the screws back in. Put the other screw here. Okay, I won't tighten it yet until both sides are screwed on. Yeah, I'd really much prefer the system on the Shoei, where you don't need any more screws. Not because this is difficult. This is actually not that difficult, but I don't less things to worry about, because this looks like the screws itself, the plastic screws. I have to make sure they are. That's why I'm only hand tightening it. I want to make sure they are aligned, because if they're not aligned and I forced and screw them down, there's a big chance that I might destroy the thread. So I'm just going to hand tighten it, not too much. There you go. Let's go on the other side. Oops. Hand tightening it. Okay. I guess I have to be checking on this every few rides to make sure they don't get too loose, because I really don't want to be over tightening them. You know, just enough. Okay. Other side. I will be making a side-by-side comparison and a review between the Arai and the Shoei after I have enough saddle time with the Arai. But for now, here you go. The Arai Rapide Neo in number blue. So if you have any question, so that I can actually, or if you have anything that you want to know more about the Arai or the Shoei, please do let me know in the comments, so that when I actually make the side-by-side comparison, I can actually be discussing those. So once again, thank you guys. Bye.